To sell or not to sell? That is the question. To make stubs or to get shafted by SDS? I don't know. When do you want to sell your set 1 cards? Look in the top right. 40 days left in Season 2. That's cool, right? It seems like a far amount of time. What happens after those 40 days? Oh! All of the cards that I grinded for in Season 1, they're useless. They're useless. You get what? 1 wild card spot for your team. So you can have 1 Season 1 card on your roster permanently. But how is that going to affect the prices of these Season 2, Season 1 players, right? That's what we're going to talk about this video. It's kind of going to be an open dialogue because guess what? I don't know. I have some thoughts and how I'm playing it personally. You can see I'm rich. I have basically 2 million stubs, a bunch of investments. I have 960K right now. So I feel like I know what I'm doing. If you've been watching me for a while, you can probably verify that. But I mean, honestly, we're going to talk about this right now. Comment down below if you have any thoughts as well. Subscribe so you don't miss any gameplay or anything like that. But we're going to talk about it this video. Let's look at my team. Let's look at the God Squad team. And let's see if I'm even using any of these Season 1 cards, right? Lou Brock, he is the GOAT. Check out the gameplay. I got Ken Griffey Jr. on my team. In 40 days, Ken Griffey Jr. is useless. Now, let's see. Why should I care? He's insane. I mean, he's one of the best cards in the game. Let's look at his price. Oh my god, he's 133K. He's 133K. In 40 days, what if he's 50K? I will literally... I will be mad, right? So that's what you want to avoid right here. When do you want to sell him? When do you want to sell players like this and replace them with, you know, some set 2 cards? I don't even know if I have that many on my team. But as you can see, I'm still using a lot of these set 1 cards. Ryan Howard, we got Big Piece. Big Piece is 65K right there, I think. So when do you want to sell these guys? JT Realmuto, for instance, a bunch of the World Baseball Classic cards. I just sold off Kyle Tucker. I'll explain why. I mean, you got a bunch of these guys that are worth a lot of stubs, and you don't want to be caught, you know, lacking, having a bunch of stubs. Jim Edmonds. When do I sell Jim Edmonds, right? So let's talk about that this video. You can see my team is mostly set 1 cards, except for Utley and Lou Brock. And I mean, Lou Brock's kind of a meme, right? So how do you handle that? Let's go to the marketplace. Let's look at the trends currently for some of these guys and what can affect those as we go out the next 40 days. Ralph Kiner. I mean, look at these prices, right? These prices are pretty meaningless, except for you look at guys like this. Roki Sasaki. Couple, like, what was that, 40 days ago? Let's look, 40 days ago. What was his price? Oh, 25 days ago, his price was 156K. Jesus. So you can see his price has gradually come down, which makes me think, as we get closer to these cards being more useless, common sense dictates. That was an explosion at the end. His price will just keep going down. A card like this could be, I don't know what, like 45K, 40K lower. Because, yeah, he's endgame. He's one of the best pitchers in the game, if not the best. There's definitely some better pitchers out there. But Roki Sasaki, like, you're not going to use him as your wild card. You're going to use, like, Chipper Jones, Babe Ruth. So I don't think he's going to be that useful. So his price will come down. So will all these guys. Kyle Tucker, I could have sold him for 100K when I got him a couple weeks ago. I missed the opportunity. Look at that, 523 at Coles. I could have sold him for 110K. I ended up selling for like 56K just because I don't care. I don't want to be stuck with stubs on my bench in 40 days that I can't use. Now SDS also isn't crazy. San Diego Studios, they're not dumb. Well, depends on who you ask. But they're not just gonna have these cards go to 0. And the way to avoid that, in my eyes, you would look at collections, right? We obviously have all the set collections. That's great. I think that there's a pretty high chance. We have the set 1 collection, obviously. That was fun and all. We have the set 2 collection there, and obviously that wasn't fun at all. This sucks. I hate the new content. And then we're gonna get set 3, obviously. My guess, San Diego Studios, they have to do something like this. They have to implement something where it's like set 1, 2, 3. Like they have to have a collection that has all the different sets. Like maybe set 1 to 3 as a collection, set 4 to 6 as a collection, stuff like that. That way you still need those cards, and those cards are still in volume. And then maybe you make the set 1 to 3 collection all core players. That way people really want to do it. People really need these cards to get it done. That would be one way to do it. Another thing, in the next 40 days, will we have a stub sale? If we have a stub sale, 20 days from, I could see us having a stub sale 20 days from now. Now, what would happen in that instance? What would happen in that instance is that my guy Bob Gibson right here, who I don't want to talk about Bob Gibson. He screwed me on flipping cards. I flipped him. I basically took like a 1K stub profit, or yeah, like 1K stub profit when I was flipping him. I flipped him back for like 25K because I was scared that his price would go down. He's 40K now for some unknown reason. Pretty weird. But Bob Gibson, if there's a stub sale, his price could be as high as 50K for a little bit. 50K, 55K. A stub sale will send the market prices higher, through the roof. But if it's not for 20 days, in 20 days, Bob Gibson's price might be closer to 30K. That means the stub sale would bring it back up to like 40, 45K. So it's risky. It's risky to sell your cards off right now. I would recommend, if you see any roster update cards that you really think are going to do good, for instance, guys like Jose Alvarado. I really like this this next update period buy because he's injured until June 5th. He's a .6 ERA. He has a bunch of strikeouts. He's been dominant all season, only giving up 1 run. I mean, you can sell your set 1 cards, and then in 2 weeks, you can buy these Jose Alvarados when he's still injured. He'll come back. He'll go diamond. You make 3 times your stubs. That's one way you want to play it. I'm just recommending, like, let's all discuss it in the comments, because honestly, this is the first time in MLB The Show where we're going to have something like this, whether or not to sell these cards or not. I'll give you my thoughts. Hopefully they were helpful. Like I said, obviously I have 2 million stubs, so with a guy like Ken Griffey Jr., yeah, he's 150K. It's really based on how much you play the game. I haven't been playing too many gameplays. I've been playing a good decent amount, so I can record some videos for you guys. But outside of that, I already made World Series, so I'm not necessarily pushing the World Series. So maybe I will sell Ken Griffey Jr. soon, because there's other center fielders I can get for set 1 that are like 25, 30K, right? It is going to stink doing that, but it's a safe way to not lose stubs. And if there is a stub sale and he goes up maybe 25, 30K, it's better than him going down to like 80K in 40 days. That's just my quick thoughts on how to approach this. Hope this made sense to you guys. Hope I helped a little bit. Like I said, comment down below. Smash the subscribe button. Smash the like button. Thanks for watching, boys.